here in the advanced curriculum, we're going to look at a version of Whiskey Before Breakfast that uses, the melody of Whiskey Before Breakfast, and sort of peppered throughout is a good sort of consistent stream of cross-picking. We've talked about tune embellishments up to this point. I know as advanced guitar players, the advanced look at this tune is sort of based on the idea that probably a lot of us have versions of this tune that we play already, and most of us are familiar with this melody. If you're an advanced guitar player, advanced flat picker, you've played this tune more than likely. This is a classic sort of anthem of flat picking. So I wanted to give it a little bit of a twist here on the site, just to continue this idea of ways to increase challenge, to help build trust of rhythmically informed flat picking, to create a really sort of, to me, it's a very beautiful sort of way to hear this melody when you kind of approach it with more of a cross picking type sound. So as we jump straight in here, we've got a lot of ringing notes here, and one of our tools here for embellishment are these hammer-ons that allow us to kind of keep things smooth. And they also allow us to sort of use more of our fretting hand, and with that idea in play, we want to leave our fretting hand fingers down longer to get more sustain. It sort of stands to reason, the longer the fingers down, the more the note's going to ring, and we want to use that to our advantage here. The other advantage, as we've discovered in the other versions of this tune, is that the melody's based out of essentially what is a C major scale form. So all the available notes for the cross picking for any tune embellishment is going to come out of these chord forms and the basic C major scale. All these notes come out of one scale. So we'll jump into here again. Is to get that open third and the first fret second string ringing as much as I can. Especially with that high D note, we create this sense of sustained and connected quality to these phrases. The cross picking kind of creates this. It's not really an illusion, it's a real roll to the notes. And so we've got melody, we've got sort of a rhythmic aspect of the cross picking, the sustain that sort of ties all these notes together. And that's where I really love this type of approach to a fiddle tune here, just to get all those components kind of working together. That pull off there in bar 3 there, I neglected to play that just then. But again, anytime we use hammers and pulls, it's going to increase that sort of smoothing effect there that we love out of those sort of tools right there. So now when we get into this G chord, the F shape with the capo, we've got a good cross picking little phrase right there that sort of continues that idea of the endless stream of eighth notes, the churn of eighth notes that we call it. And so we've got melody, rhythm, good harmonic information. Right here now, when we go to the A chord, still kind of, we want to use the melody of, get down to that low A, which sets up this little phrase back into the D note right there, which essentially sets up a repeat of that first phrase. So slowly one more time. Strum at the end there on beat 4, just to kind of give us a break and give the listener a break, if anything else. One of the challenges that you'll find here, sort of the embedded flat picking challenge, are where the hammers and pulls are placed. You'll find that a lot of these occur on the end of the numbered notes. So adhering to the pick pattern, we'll find that those are going to be a lot of times upstrokes. And so that sense of how the pick pattern flows, the sense of how that literal churn never stops, will help you get through those phrases versus trying to fight those notes. And really, the sort of ever deepening trust of that move is really sort of put to work right here. Right there, that first pull off, and this hammer on here. But notice I'm not playing beat 2, but I'm still moving in beat 2. The essential eighth note churn here is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. We've got a full, sort of fully realized two-handed version here, but that doesn't give me an excuse to stop this. Part of that being, that idea being rhythmically informed, this is where that's, again, put to test and put to use, is that's what helps us keep all those phrases connected and smooth and also moving forward, always back to this idea of flow. Simple repeat. If you miss it the first time, try it the next time. The key thing here, as I've said in the past, is try to trust the rhythm. Try to trust that sense of da do 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 da do 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 down up 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 down up, where your trust will be challenged in these string changes, these hammers and pulls. But again, that rhythm, that consistent rhythm, is what glues all this together. So the more you can pay attention to that and try to get to that point where we learn to allow that to lead us through these phrases. And really, the more you hear this, the more you'll sort of say, okay, I can leave my fingers down longer and settle everything about my playing. It really does create that image that we get here with this cross picking.